So does anybody think this movie is actually going to be good? Seriously? And with that, I'm working with to another episode of the Romantic. My goal, as always, is to enhance your movie watching experience. So Rampage. This is, of course, another video game-based movie. Of course, this game came out sometime in the late 80s. A game I loved about these three monsters that mutated to huge sizes and just destroying buildings and cars and eating people and whatever. It was back in the day we actually had to go to the arcade and pop in quarters. I know the millennials out there have no idea what I'm talking about, but trust me, I know I'm dating myself here, but I was young enough to go out there, go to the arcade, put some quarters in there and gobble them up and have a good time. Now, when I first heard about this, I wasn't really excited for two reasons. Number one, the video game doesn't really have any kind of story, nothing that it can really be adapted into a full-length motion picture. So I was kind of curious, how they were actually going to come up with something surrounding this game. And secondly, this is a video game movie, and none of them has really hit gold yet, so I wasn't expecting this movie to do anything near that. However, the one saving grace here is that this movie was going to star The Rock. Of course, this is The Rock. Who doesn't love The Rock? I love The Rock. We all do. Whether his movies are bad or good, he usually shines in them, and he elevates whatever movie he's in. I so aptly call him movie ketchup or movie hot sauce. You put him in anything, and it just tastes just a little bit better. And this is what The Rock does. This is what people love to go watch him. He's super charismatic, of course. He's almost a real-life superhero, and in this movie you get exactly that. He is The Rock. He is really the best thing about this movie. Now, The Rock here stars as this primate expert. He's been raising his albino gorilla since he was, yay high, I guess. And the gorilla's grown up, and he runs into this mysterious kind of chemical gas, which alters his DNA and causes him to be more aggressive and start mutating, become giant. And of course, there's a couple of other wolf and alligator out there who also get infected. And all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. The government, armies after him, etc., etc., etc. Here comes The Rock to try to save the day. Now, this all sounds ridiculous. It's because it is. I mean, this is Rampage. This is exactly, if you have any idea what this movie going into it's going to be like, it's probably going to meet your expectations. This movie is ridiculous. It's stupid. Sometimes it's over the top, but luckily it doesn't take itself too seriously. And that's to the movie's saving grace here, because it does allow it to have some fun for the most part. As dumb, as ridiculous as this is, it's still pretty entertaining movie for the most part. I mean, there's giant monsters in the city causing mayhem, explosions, some cool action scenes. There's actually good moments of humor here, and that's great. This is your typical summer blockbuster. Go to the movie, stuff your face with popcorn, and enjoy yourself for a couple hours. Now, don't get me wrong, don't expect anything more than that. The story is paper thin. The characters, not much here. I mean, Jeffrey D. Morgan's in it. If you guys are familiar with him, he's Negan in the Walking Dead, for those people who for some reason decide to keep watching that stupid show. But he's in there, and he's cool. He's on his Negan thing, and that's great, whatever. The Rock is fantastic. He's the reason really to go see this movie, besides the scale and spectacle of it all here. And no one else. His characters are one note, the dumb, the two villains who are these corporate moguls here who actually are behind the scene, who actually created this chemical substance and all that. They're horrendous. They're some of the worst acting I've seen all year. It's really bad. It's really bad. Like I said, it is dumb. It is stupid. But that being said, if you're into The Rock and you know what to expect going into most of his movies, you like some big shove popcorn in your face, your big spectacle on screen, all good special effects and all that, there's some mild entertainment to be added. It's not the worst movie of the year, not the worst movie of all time. It's whatever. It's not a good movie by any stretch of imagination. It's not a horrible one, but it is somewhat an entertaining one. Yes, a little bit too long, particularly the third act. But whatever, if you go in those kind of expectations, you're a fan of The Rock, this is your kind of thing, I guess I mildly recommend it. Anybody else, probably catch it on Netflix, not Amazon down the road when it comes out on VOD. But I can't give it much more recommendation than that. So Rampage, you guys are going to check it out. Comment below, let me know what you guys thought. And of course, it's obvious, if you haven't done so, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.